Good YouTube, Quinn Wade coming to y'all with some basketball analysis on analysisplayground.com and on YouTube. We're going to talk about the top five in the honorable mention of the small forward position. This is one of the best positions in the game of basketball. You see some of the best players play at this position, and it's just really good to see how this elite position has made so many finals berths or finals MVPs coming out of this position, and there's only one guy that was better than everybody when you do playoffs and you do regular seasons all rolled in one. And we had started off with Brandon Ingram. This is a guy that's been in a lot of trade talks because of what he brings to the table. He's a guy that can handle the ball. He can hit a mid range. He can hit a free throw. He can hit a three. He can play make a little bit, and he has a lot of length and a lot of size. To be tough to guard and to be not taken lightly defensively. And I feel like that's important for any team is to have a flexible guy that can do whatever you need him to do and keep everybody engaged and involved and not be in or get in the way of anything significant on the court or off the court. And I feel like Ingram has been that, and that's why I have him as an honorable mention because he has been an all-star. He has been the most improved player. He has been a 20-point scorer. He has been one of the best passers at the position. He has been a solid defender at the position, and that's why you see the inquiries on him. What can we give up to get a guy like this to join our team? And he has been traded before, and he has helped the Pelicans make the playoffs, and he has helped the Pelicans in the playoffs when he's healthy. And it just shows you how valuable he really is as a player. But some people want him to change his game or adjust his game a little bit to the modern era, and we'll see if he's able to do that, or will he be able to do it for the same team and help them get better while he continues to strive and get better. He was a decent player coming in. Now he's one of the better players, and now we all starting to witness what he can bring to the table even more ever since he's been a Pelican. Number five, Paul George. He went to Philly. Now he's going to be asked to do more. Now they're going to need him to step it up a little bit. And I think that he's ready for that challenge because he always was ready for it. Ever since he went to Indiana and ever since he went to OKC, he has been one of the best players in the league. And he was a guy that they needed him to step up in Indiana. And then he ended up becoming their franchise best player because of his work ethic. And he hasn't been great defensively since the injury, but he has become right back to where he needed to be offensively, being able to shoot the three, being able to get to the basket, put the ball on the floor, finish with dunks or layups, or even get to the free throw line. And he can also do the pull-up mid-range. He's a guy that can do it all on the basketball court, especially offensively, and that's why he was the most valuable free agent that you can get this summer, and that's why it was so much talk weeks and months. Who's gonna get him? Who's gonna keep him? Who's gonna do whatever it takes to pay this man? And eventually, he found the home, and it really didn't take that much longer, showing you how valuable they thought that he was. And I think Paul George definitely, if you top five at your position, you're one of the top 30, top 50 players in the league. That's what you want to be, even in your mid 30s. And he still is one of the best and most coveted players in the league. And it's good to see that respect is there from the league, and it just shows you what you have to do and what you have to overcome to be one of the best players in the league. And he never cheated the game. He never played the game the wrong way. And he's a guy that can play on and off the ball. He's a guy that lets you shine. He's a guy that can step up when needed. And you just need him to do it more consistently in the playoffs. Again, he has had runs, but he hasn't had runs as of late, and that's why I only have him fifth for that reason. He's great in a regular season when he's healthy. He's decent in the playoffs, but not where he really needs to be, as a number two or as a number one, and that's why he has had struggles because teams thought he was better than what he actually became, and when the challenges are up, he has faltered a little bit, especially in the Western Conference. We'll see what he can do in the Eastern Conference again, as some of the teams not as depth heavy at the small forward position. Maybe he can take advantage of that and use that as an advantage to, make a better run in the East than he has done in the West so far. But he did get to the conference finals with the Clippers. They just lost to the Phoenix Suns because Kawhi Leonard wasn't healthy. Jimmy Butler, he's a guy that made it to two finals appearances as the best player on the team. He done dominated games. He done went for 50. He done became one of the best defenders, from the jump since he's been in the NBA. And he is one of the best facilitators, a solid rebounder, and a guy that just understands and feels the game the right way. And there's nothing you can really say negative about him because he gets the job done. That's why I call him and Fade Butler. He's just a guy that serves you the what you need on a daily basis, even on the court and off the court. He just one of the best leaders in the game, and I can't stop but give him a lot of flowers for taking that challenge. I want to be the guy. I want to take this, to another level. I want to be a part of Heat culture. I want to take the best challenges and build my legacy that way. And he has done it the correct way. He just got to finish it off with a title. And it's not going to be easy. Obviously, it's going to be difficult for everybody that wants it. But to get to two finals and nobody thought that you can lead a team to the finals. Some people didn't even think you can lead a team to the playoffs. And he was able to do that in Chicago with Dwayne Wade and Rondo, and then he continued to put in the work after that to become a better player, and now he's one of the top 100 players to me of all time, especially with his stint with the Heat and what he has done there, and the fact that he showed that he can be a better than average scorer. It shows you that you can be a two-way player and a facilitator and a rebounder, and that will be what you need to be successful at the small forward position. And a guy that has done the same thing well, but just been a little bit more clutch and had a little bit more killer instinct is Kawhi the Claw Leonard. He's a big-handed guy that can hit the mid-range, hit the three, hit the free throws. He can literally be patient. He doesn't get sped up. He doesn't fall victim to the pressure. He's a guy that steps up to the big occasions when healthy, and that's why I have him at number 3 because he did get it done in San Antonio against LeBron James. He did step it up against Kevin Wayne Durant, Steph Curry, and Klay Thompson. I know they got injured in that series, Klay Thompson and Kevin Durant, but the Raptors was already leading that series, and they had a great matchup against them, and they had a great team that can really play well against anybody, and that's why they ended up getting to the finals in the first place. And number 1 seed that year was actually the Milwaukee Bucks, who they won 4 straight games against, and it was mainly because the mastery of Kawhi Leonard knowing how to stay in the offense and knowing when to camouflage himself out of it and knowing when to take over games and close games and get hot. And he was able to do that the whole 19 run. Obviously, he's been healthy. He hasn't been healthy, and he's been injured the last couple years. But last year, he was able to get an All-NBA second-team spot because of what he did in the regular season. Then again, he got injured in the playoffs and couldn't finish off that season the way that it needed to be, and it caused him to lose Paul George. But, he still has the confidence that he can get it done. He still has the confidence as a player. And when his body is feeling right and he's on the same page with his body, he's a dangerous player. I had to put him lower on this list because of him missing the playoffs and guys been able to do it instead of him. And one of the things that makes you a legend is what you do in the playoffs. And that's why we look at Kawhi Leonard so greatly, because he got the Defensive Player of the Year, because he got the All-Star MVP, and he was able to take the team to a title twice and being able to step his game up when it matters most, especially against the Sixers and the Bucks and a team like Golden State. And all we can do is give him credit because he did it the right way, and he still is a threat because he's not that old. He's only 32, and that means he can still do one more run, and that's what the Clippers are looking to do. Let's get them healthy for one more legit run to see if we can get a championship out of them, just like the Spurs and just like the Raptors did, which is understandable. Number 2 is LeBron. I only put LeBron at number 2 because what he did in the playoffs, he got a better run than some of these other small forwards this year, and he has the numbers that backs it up. So that is something that counts too. Like, if you can give me 71 games and you can average 25, 7, and 8 on 54% from shooting, 41% from 3, 75% from the free throw line, and you're only going to give me 3.5 turnovers, I would say that's the second best small forward in the game. And I think that will be only true because of the playoffs. It's something, like I said, that counts too. And by him being healthy and being out, competing, and while other guys getting put out in the first round or other guys are struggling, he wasn't one of the guys that was necessarily struggling. His teammates just didn't step up the way they needed to, and they just fell a little short of their goal, which is a championship, which is each and every year for a team with LeBron as their leader, because he is that good and he does make that much of a difference, and he is one of the things that you have to change your whole organization just to fit around what he does, because he backed it up in Cleveland, in the Lakers, and he did it also with the Miami Heat. I can get it done as the best player. I can get it done carrying that load. I can get it done, contributing, the best and maximum effort. And guys can never question LeBron for that because it's the truth. And number one, Jayson Tatum. They won a championship. Obviously, he wasn't the Finals MVP. He was All NBA first team at the forward position. He can handle the ball. He can finish at the rim a little bit. He can hit the free throw. He can hit the three. He can hit the mid range. He can hit the fadeaways. He's just an offensive juggernaut. It's nothing that Jayson Tatum can't do offensively. And he got better with his facilitating and his rebounding. He's becoming more physical. He's putting in more weight. He's getting stronger. He's getting more smarter. He's getting more great in his belief, and his confidence level can be through the roof, especially in particular matchups. So I'm not surprised what I have seen out of Jayson Tatum, as I've been watching Jayson Tatum for multiple years as a Celtics fan, and I'm just surprised that people have embraced him that the way that they have. But then again, it's a respect level that comes with it, and I feel like Tatum has earned all our respects, based off how he has played and how he has done. And I feel like he does so many things right. You just wish he had better shot selection sometimes. You just wish he can finish at the rim better sometimes. But, every player is flawed. Every player has their weaknesses. And this is a guy that can shoot the three. He can carry an offense. He can take over a game. He can, lead your team to where it needs to be, as he was, one of the best players in 2022 and one of our best players there. He can easily win a Finals MVP in a 24-25 season if he just continues to play the same way and just gets more smarter and more efficient in his attack offensively. Then that'll be the thing that makes him, smooth out those rough edges of his game, and then he can be the guy that we need, too, with Jaylen Brown being a great player around him too. So he has the team. He has the mentality of teamwork, make the dream work. He's a guy that's already been able to win a championship. Now we're going to see if he can lead us to the promised land, as some of these teams got even more stacked. They made more moves to be able to counter what we have done or to give us a better challenge. And the Celtics got to rise to the occasion again if they want to repeat, and we'll see if they can actually get it done and do it. Other than that, Tatum 1, LeBron 2, Kawhi 3, Jimmy 4, Paul George 5, Brandon Ingram is honorable mention, and that's the big small forwards. And I'll be back tomorrow with shooting guards, and obviously on Friday we'll be having point guards and other fun things. So like, comment, subscribe, and share. Hit the notification bell for more analysis, and check out my older videos. If you're newer to the channel and you have a lot of free time or you have some breaks, listen to the podcasts, listen to the videos, and watch them too, and continue to support the channel, whether you new or an old subscriber. And you can see why so many people love this channel, because the content that I provide is all you need to know as you go into checking out the other videos that I have on this channel. Other than that, I'm gone.